How's it going, y'all? Listen, I am so excited for tonight and just welcome. Welcome to Planning Together. My name is Darian, also known as Darian Plans, and every week I invite a friend on to share with us how they are organizing their life and their heart. So if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And y'all, I cannot wait. Merli, who affectionately calls everyone friends, and I cannot say it how she says it. The way that she says it, it just rolls off her tongue, y'all. She is a makeup artist, a cyclist, and a decorative planner babe. She is an activist for Black Lives, a voice for youth in foster care, and a lover of just seeing everybody wins, y'all. She is such a gift and just, in my opinion, the definition of Black girl magic. Can you guys help me welcome Merli Estime to Planning Together? Hey, wait, you're on mute. We gotta do something about that. Okay.
Oh, I was muted. Hi, friends.
I love the way you say that.
It just wouldn't be. It wouldn't make sense. It's fine.
It wouldn't. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I love your Rex shirt, your sweatshirt. It's just like giving me all the feels.
Bringing the 90s back because the 90s was cool.
Okay, the 90s was everything. Like, let's be real, it was the best, in my opinion.
It was.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, I have so much to pick your brain about. But before we get started, I have to get started with every week we do our planning together this or that. I asked people what we're going to call it, and they were like, you should call it this or that. So we're going to play a little bit of game called this or that, and then we're going to dive right in.
Okay.
Okay. So the very first thing I want to know, would you prefer a weekly or daily planner?
Weekly.
Vertical or horizontal?
Oof, vertical.
Coil or bound?
Bound.
Colorful or neutral?
Colorful.
Rings or discs?
Discs.
Okay. Decorative or functional?
Decorative.
Caddy or cart?
Ooh, is that a trick? A cart?
Black ink or blue ink?
So I was black ink, but if I had a choice, it would be blue ink all day long.
Okay. One planner or multiple planners?
I want to be multiple planner, but I'm really one planner.
I feel that too. Mm-hmm. Stickers or washi?
Ooh, so hard. These are two of my favorite things. But I could live with just washi.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Okay. Okay, I knew when I woke up this morning, but today is National Sticker Day, y'all. So in the comments.
Oof, I'm horrible.
Yes. Okay, so in the comments, I want y'all to let me know what are some of your favorite sticker shops. And Merli, can you start us off in the honor of National Sticker Day? Whose stickers are you currently loving?
Capital Chic Designs.
Yes.
Beautiful. Let me see. Who am I loving? Indian Ivy Ink. I love her stickers. I started with Happy Planner, so of course Happy Planner stickers because they have all the things. Who else? Who am I missing? All the names are gonna come, and now they're not coming. So, but off the top, yeah.
Yes. You named some really good ones. Like I can't wait for Capital Chic Designs. I think it just hit Michael's last week, her new sticker collection, which is amazing. So
I can't wait to get my hands on some.
Yes. I can't wait. Okay, y'all. Okay, I see the comments coming through. Some people are getting on you about this blue ink.
Oh, But if you look at my Instagram, there's no blue ink that exists because it's really hard to find. It's just black ink. So I just, I go with the flow. So
you go with the flow.
Black ink for y'all, black ink.
Yes, Myra said she's loving BB stickers too. And yep, in the honeybee shop. Y'all, there's so many stickers out there. And I just love seeing what everyone loves. Y'all can inspire me.
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to talk to you for so many reasons because you're I'm like such a fan of you. I'm like geeking out over here.
Sorry about the faces, y'all.
So when I go to your Instagram feed, it's just like I'm blown away because it's so much joy and encouragement and creativity and just you being you and just amazingness. And so I think before I even dive in, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and kind of how you just created this space in this little corner of the internet that you have?
Oh, that's hard. But like you said, I think when I first created this Instagram, because I have another for my makeup, it was because I knew the people on the makeup side didn't want to see planners all the time. And I was just discovering all the things, all the stickers, the washi. And so I had created it just for, I just wanted to share what I had and see what other people had. And then it turned into like sharing who I was, like truly in the, I guess, the most natural form of myself, without filter, without kind of just everything I love, which is I love color and I love all the things that are beautiful and I love inspiring people and, keeping it real because, and, we do have an option with our social media, what we share in this square box. And I just like to share as much as I can in order to not only keep myself going, because sometimes I'm just sharing stuff because I'm speaking to myself, but also because I know if I'm going through it, someone else is going through it too. So yeah, that's how, Papier Belle started. And, I hope it continues to flourish and it's just going to still be the same. It'll be me doing my thing.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess my question is, have you always been a planner girl? Like, has this always been a thing that you've done or something you just fell into?
Yes. So I was always like a paper and pen, like diary, kept a journal, in elementary school, junior high school. I had a little Lisa Frank, like black paper planner with the pens. And then high school, I had like this Pooh Bear. I don't even know if I still have it, but if I have it, I have a problem. But it's like a Pooh Bear binder that had like monthly in it. Also had an address book. Remember address books?
Yes.
And I've always been a planner, but when it came to like the next level, it happened when I think back in like 2004 or so, I found ARC. The ARC disc bound planners and Staples. Yeah. And I was like, randomly, I put a search into Facebook and I found that there was a group like for ARC. And it was just people planning. And then it became a problem from there. I had my planner. So I had like little stickers and stuff. And at the time I worked at the airport. So people at the airport would see like my planner and they're like, oh, that's cute. Can you make me one? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I'm buying ARC planners from Staples and adding like Merli's Zhuzh to the planner. And I was selling it. This was before people were making inserts and all of that. But I just, it just got worse from there. It just got worse. And then discovered the Happy Planner in like 2015. And it's been downhill ever since.
OMG. I think this is the first story that I heard where someone's introduction to the planner system was through art. So I love hearing that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's just so cool. My question for you is that the one thing that I love about your page. Okay, first off, I know I'm not the only one. Myra agrees. I'm a huge Merli fan too.
I love you, Myra.
Sophie says, yes, you embody love and perseverance, and I can't wait to talk about this. Your makeup is gorgeous.
Thank you. I
Yes.
didn't look like nothing for y'all.
And Gladia was just like, she's beautiful inside and out. And I was just like, yes, I just want to listen. Okay, so one thing that I love is that you're sharing your journal, like your health journey and your planning. And I know you're also a makeup artist. And when I look at you, I'm like, she's not putting any limits on herself. Like she is just operating in what appears to just be freedom and who she is. And my question for you is, have you always been like that? And okay. And so I guess kind of how did you grow into this? Like,
so I always put limits on myself. And the limits I put on myself were based on me trying to create a bubble for me. Because I didn't have like parents and a family to create this safe. You still hear me?
okay. I lost you a little bit when you said you didn't have the parents to create the safe.
Okay. I don't know how this person's getting through, but someone's calling in. It's yeah. Anyway, sorry guys. That's real life.
It's all good. Let's see. Can you hear me? No, it's okay. So if you want to try to log out of the studio and come back in, because I lost sound from you. We just gonna wait for her to come back. Y'all, I'm loving what you guys have said. Okay, Red Lyric Co. I'm gonna have to try her stickers. Okay, Jennifer Fern Creek. I love Fern Creek stickers. Study Plain Sleep says Coffee Monster Co., Nightingale Paper Co., Fern Creek, Chic Blossoms, Sweet South Sticker Co. Okay, I'm totally gonna have to check some of these out. Oh, we got AliExpress. Okay, I'm gonna have to try some of her stickers too. All right, I think Marlee's back, y'all.
Sorry.
Hey, girl, you good. You good. This is literally real life. It's totally fine.
I don't get calls during the day, but as soon as I'm doing something important for the community, I tell you.
Listen, I agree. Myra said the internet is trying to block greatness. For real.
The devil is mad. Why is
mad? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
All right. So I don't even know what I was saying. Oh, was I always like this? No. I was scared and I didn't know that I had permission to even be like this. Because I always lived in fear of failing. I still have, fear of failure, of course, but I want to say it was like the thing that really made me like go is after my brother died. And that year 2017, I feel like I lost like, everything else that you could lose. And I was like, okay, like there's nothing else to lose. So let me just do whatever and, live my truth totally. Because some people live their truth, but they still live in limitations.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, after that, I was just like, I'm putting it all out there and let's hope for the best. Yeah. That would be the defining moment for me. And plus, in my mind, because my brother died so early in life, like he he was 32. At the time I was 33. I was just like, you know what? Now I feel obligated to not only live for myself, but to try to live bigger to compensate for the life that he didn't get to live. So, yeah.
Wow. That, like, I can only imagine, like, how hard that is, but just, like, how powerful what you just said is as well. Um, can you tell us a little bit about, the one thing that I love that you're very vocal about is you are very vocal about Black lives, and, you're also very vocal about being a voice for youth, specifically in foster care. Can you tell us a little bit about kinda how those things got stirred up inside of you?
So, for those who don't know, my mom passed away when I was 8, and then I want to say like a year after that, I went into foster care, and I was in foster care till I aged out at 21. So, and then after 21, I've just been on my own ever since. While I was in foster care, I was in 10 different homes in like the span of 10 years. So you can imagine like not ever feeling like you belong anywhere to anyone. Um, and you know, you hope that people who sign up to be foster parents will do everything they're supposed to do, but they don't. And so I got the nickname high maintenance foster child because I would read books, law books, like, with like what kind of things foster children are supposed to have and how much money they're supposed to get. And the foster parents didn't love that. So um, I want to say after I was still in school, but I started working with a Center for the Study of Social Policy, and they worked in trying to get policies changed in order to help children who lived in foster care, children who needed to be adopted, and especially to advocate for teenagers who often get, they get forgotten about and they get thrown into group homes and they have it the hardest. And so, it became like a thing for me to speak from my experience, but also, work with youth who are in the system to try to get their needs met, and also make sure that after 21 that they're still getting support. Because I don't know about you, at 21, I still felt like I wasn't prepared to be an adult. 21 says you're an adult, but life experience, I think you're about 30 before everything starts to make sense. And especially in New York City, I mean, yeah. So that's what inspired that. And then I've always, when I care about people and I feel like people are being done wrong, I feel like I have to fight for them. So it works for youth and care, but also it works for our cause, So like recently, more so recently than before, like I've been doing a lot of protests with my cyclist groups that I'm in. And, like there's nothing like showing your face in a crowd of people, especially because if we're not going out there, they're gonna say, well, I mean, they don't care. So I say that to say, because in a lot of the protests I go to, I see a lot of other people, white people, Hispanic and stuff. And, that's our allies for sure. But it's important that if we're fighting, we need to be there. We need to show up and not just do it online and just, we have to show up. So yes.
Girl, there's so many things that are going through my head right now that I just want to like ask you that sparks so many different things. But people are resonating just what you're saying with someone says, I'm unprepared at 23. And Myra simply said, shoot, I'll be 30 this year and still trying to figure out this whole adult thing. I'm
Yeah.
26. I still don't know what it looks like to be an adult.
Yeah.
And I completely agree. And I just love what you're doing. And I love how you're using something that you love, that you're passionate about, to bring awareness to the issues that need to be brought up and aware of. And so my question for you is, what advice would you give someone who's trying to figure out, like, how can I be a better ally, a better activist, a better advocate in my own space? Like, for someone who's kind of like, I don't know where to start, what encouragement and advice would you give them?
Use what you love and make that be the jumping point, the starting point to where you are. So what I loved that the planner community did back in, I want to say, May, where we showed our planners, like our spreads with, like, Black Lives Matter was the theme, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone showed, what that meant, what that looked like for them, what that meant. That was super powerful.
I think I can still hear you.
You can hear
You're
me?
good. Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
So I love seeing that. And one of the things I did, like, I love makeup and I love my planner. The
Uh-huh.
photo I did was, it was Black Lives, and I wrote everyone's, and not even everyone. That was the sad part. Like, I didn't have space to write all the lives that were lost. And, like, I did like a very dark makeup, and, to show the feeling and everything. And like, you could do that. If you love makeup, you could do it through makeup, you can do it through your planner, and share with the world. Like, the sky's the limit. Like, there's people in New York City, you see it a lot, where they do art on the sidewalk, and people stop and they take pictures. Like, there's no room, there's no limit to what you can do to show how you feel about anything, and share your voice. Your voice can be anything. And I mean, that's what I love about life. You can show it through anything. So
I just love that. I love that. And I love that other people are loving it too. Hannah said, wow, amazing, inspiring woman, huge heart. My mom said, you're amazing.
thank
This is my mama. Becky said, this picture was iconic.
you.
Someone said, I'm 42 and just figured out I love check boxes in my planner. I don't think anyone truly figures out everything ever. We're all just trying to make it in our own ways. Mm-hmm.
That, that is that. And we're
Um,
learning together.
yeah. And so with that said, and it's funny because I know you have posted this today as well, but it was a post, I can't remember who did it, but it was simply just stop underestimating ourselves. And I was like,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And I was like, I'm so glad I'm talking with you tonight, because I feel like in a way you just exuberate someone who's just like, I'm going for it. And I think, like you said, like, from a place that was really hard, you just started living life to the fullest. Kind of my question for you is, how would you, like, why do you feel like we struggle with this? Like, why do you feel like we're always underestimating ourselves and we're afraid to just put ourselves out there and beat us?
I just think as human beings, we're afraid to fail. We're afraid to be rejected. We want to be great. Like,
Mhm.
it's to want to be great, and anything that is questionable, that might not work, we're gonna be like, oh, maybe let me just stay in this lane right here. I'm coasting, I'm good, I'm gonna just stay. And you don't know, like, if I switch lanes, this lane might take me to where I really need to be. um so it's fear. I'll say for me, like, for so long I didn't live, I was just surviving. And when you're
Hmm.
surviving, you're not tapping into your potential. You're just trying to get by on a daily basis. And that's also okay. Like,
Mhm.
I will say, I mean, I just left days where I got up and just said, you know what, at least I got up today and I took a shower and brushed my teeth and I ate. Like, there are times like that as well. But when you live, it's amazing. And so you have to stop just trying to survive and live the way that God intended. Like, you want to be great. Like, there's nothing greater than that. So yeah.
That's beautiful. I guess to dig, like, just to, what would you say is, this is someone who's just surviving through life, and this is someone who is fully, I guess, I don't want to say thriving, but living life to the fullest? How would you describe those two people? Are signs that someone may be just trying to survive, and signs that someone, like, no, you're living fully? You're like, oh my God.
That's hard. Let me see.
Y'all can definitely put your comments in as well. Like,
let me see. Let me think. So, someone who is just surviving is okay with a mediocre relationship, a mediocre job, is not willing to make this decision to leave the person who's not working, that's not working for them, because they're like, what if this is the best I can do? What if there's nothing better out there? And my example would probably be like jumping from full-time youth advocacy to doing makeup. That's scary as hell, because makeup is, and I'm, living through this now, where makeup is not a steady income job. It's very roller coaster. Some seasons are great, some seasons are not so great. I am in the COVID season, which is a flat line right now. And then, but before that, I had a normal job that had 4 weeks vacation, that had medical, that had all these things. But I was unhappy because I didn't feel like I was doing what made me happy. I was being safe. And because I was, groomed to be safe, because I don't have a support system to fall back on. I'm my only backup. So for years I didn't go after the makeup, because I was like, I have to be safe. Like, what happens if this doesn't work? So yeah, I would say that's the difference, my example of surviving versus living. And I'll be very honest, like, this whole past year, we're in 2021. It feels like 2020 plus.
Exactly.
It doesn't feel like it's ended, but I did not struggle the whole of 2020. Like, I mean, of course I wasn't like doing crazy things, no vacations, of course, but I did not want for anything. And like, I can only attribute that to not only like my support system, but like God. Like, if you leave it to God, like he got you, like, you're good, like, you will be good, and you just have to have faith that it will get better. Now we're in 2021, it's still the same thing, so I'm a little worried now. But also, if I leave it with God like I did in 2020, then it should work out the same. I should still be okay. And things just have a way of working itself out. Like, the crazy thing that happened towards the end of last year is a lot of things, like, I had a boyfriend ghost me. Real talk. Girl.
People.
You can plan. Listen, the thing about planners, right? Like, I'll tell you what 2020 was supposed to look like. I was supposed to have tons of weddings and lots of events, and I was supposed to cake my money up, and was supposed to be married in the fall, and start working on a baby, because I'm getting old, about to be 37. And
you don't even look You don't, girl. You don't. You said 37. You don't look it. You don't.
37 is on it's on its way. But life happens, and you can plan all you want, and life is going to happen, and it's going to like change everything. And you can choose to like, say, okay, whatever, I'm over it. Or you could just be like, okay, you could take a moment, because I did take a moment, and I was just like, I'm tired of this crap.
Mm-hmm.
But I kept going. But the thing that was amazing is I lost a lot, I would say, but I gained so much. I gained like a core group of girls that like on a daily basis I talk to, or they check on me, vice versa. Like we were on the roller coaster together through 2020. And then I started cycling. Like if you told me last 2019 and 2020 I would be like doing 100-mile rides, like what? Hell no. I would say no. So that's the thing with the surviving versus the living. It's like if you're living, you're just gonna be like, you know what? That happened. Forget him. He lost. We're gonna keep going, and we're gonna keep living as much as we can with the resources and the things that we have available to us.
Yeah. Girl, you said so much goodness. You just said so much goodness, and I want y'all to hear me when I say this. There are going to be seasons where we're in survival mode, like she said, and there's going to be seasons where we feel like we're thriving. I'm not trying to downplay like you shouldn't be in survival mode, because that is a very real and raw place. And some like 2020 was, I felt like, a year of sometimes just survival. And I love what Becky has said. Sometimes people can only survive. Sometimes what they have been through is too traumatic and they can only survive. Yes, Becky, I get that. Hannah says, I think we all have moments when we're surviving and times when we're thriving, and I can feel it in myself. Yes, 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 yes. I love this. My current job is not my passion. It's just, but I'm glad that I found the planning community and jumped into social media and YouTube, which is my passion. Yes, yes, yes. Is this Marta? She says you deserve better anyway. From oh boy, like, and then exactly, she says you lying. You 26 for real.
No.
Okay. My last question for you. It's not my last question with this, with what we've been talking about, is for someone who is in survival mode, or for someone who just feels like, just even listening to bits and pieces of your story, honestly, like feeling like the odds are against you and stacked up against you, kind of like, what encouragement would you give someone who's just kind of like, I'm in survival mode, the odds are against me, and I'm trying to figure out like, how can I live today intentionally and well? What advice would you give to someone?
It's only a season, and it will get better. You just have to keep waking up and at least just do one thing for you that makes you feel good. The last part of the ending of 2020, it was trash, just complete trash. If you ask like Becky, like there was some days I didn't even want to pick up the phone. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was just like, this is crap. I don't deserve this. I deserve better from life. But every day I got up, I was like, you know what? If I just get up and just take a shower, if I just watch my favorite show and I laugh a little, like, it's okay to just survive. Like I survived for most of my life. I just started living. We're in 2021, 3 years ago. Before that, I was just surviving. So I want to say I did all right, like I didn't, there were times it got real dark. But that's when I pulled on, I pulled from resources. I pulled from the friends who surrounded me. And when I felt like I couldn't go forward, you know, I would make the call like, yeah, this is too much. Like, can you pray for me? Can we just like talk? Can you like help me, like remind me who I am, because I don't remember. I can't remember. Like I can't see anymore, and that's what it feels like. Like you can't see, you can't see who you are. You can't see where you're going. It's just dark, and so the right people will remind you who you are, and let you know like this is just for now. Like you know, you're gonna get past this. So that's definitely for me. Yeah, like pick who you have in your circle very wisely, because they will end up on, depending on what's going on, like saving your life for real.
And how did you find your people? Did you find your people here within the planning community or outside of the
in the planning community? Yes. I mean, like now I have like a cycling crew too. So like my circle has gotten bigger, but you know, like the people who like inspire me and, you know, motivate me, they're planner people, like people I would have never met if I never created my little planner Instagram and went to little planner events and stuff like that. Like, it's amazing. Like they know too much about me. Too much. But you know, they keep me going, and I love them, and I hope that I help keep them going in some way or you know, whatever other fashion. But yeah, the planner is amazing.
And my question for you is, how have you seen the planner community change since when you first got into it to where it is now?
What I love now is that people actually know each other, and not just like a bunch of strangers from different places. Like now, if you know, like if I know you, you know, like 2 people I know, and like we could go somewhere, we could have kumbaya together. Like we're so connected. And what I also love is that more planner babes are sharing not just their planners, but their lives and the things that they go through and how they're getting through it. And it's making it personal, but also just like, this is like my extended family. So I would say that's how it's changed. I can't speak on the other things because, girl, I don't really know nothing. But I can speak on the togetherness. It's far greater now than before.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with you on that. And y'all are preaching in these comments, like, and repeat, like, the right people will remind you of who you are. Yes. Hannah, you're seriously the reason she got a Peloton bike.
And mind you, I don't got a Peloton. I have the competitor, but I love that you have a spinning bike. I'm glad. So we can spin together, girl.
Yes. Jennifer said your circle will hold a mirror up to you so you can see who you really are. Yes. Every day is a new day to start a completely new chapter in your life. Yes.
Every day. Yes.
Planner peeps are the best. We just thought, wow, you are such an inspiration. I completely agree. So the planner girl in me wants to know, what planner are you currently using? Our planner, even though I
tell me what you know. Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know.
So are you still using astrology?
So it's there. So I'm going through a thing. So I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I have a lot of planners, right? That's a given. I just bought another planner off BST. Ooh. So that's right here too. I got this situation.
Okay.
So okay, let's say this. Funny enough, because we're still in January, so I have time.
You got time.
in December when Siobhan, This Well Planned Life, and Becky and everybody was like, oh, we're going to do our vision and stuff. And I was still in a funk because it was the holidays. And I was like, I don't have a family. No one loves me. All lies, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, let's work on the planner and stuff. I was like, I have nothing to plan. I don't have a job. Like, I don't have anything. What am I planning? What am I envisioning for my life? So that didn't stop me from buying things to still plan nothing, right? So say I have a pocket planner, the chunky planner.
Okay.
I do have astrology still.
Okay.
And I have an Aura Estelle wide A5. I'm trying to get the B6 though.
The B6 Aura Estelle?
I want the B6.
That B6
it's
size
so cute.
Nice.
It's so cute. And it's smaller. I'm home, so I could rock with the Aura Estelle wide, and that would be kind of the decorative, trying to manifest the good things, the man's and the job and all of that. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but it was cute. So the pocket planner though is what I would actually do things in, because I got inserts from Cloth and Paper to try out her inserts, like bill, like not income, financial, and just like a little calendar, because I don't have much going on, so I don't want to play myself. But write down my little chores that I don't get done every day, and yeah, this is real life. It's real life.
Real life. I love it though. I love it. So like, if anyone's out there feeling like I don't know what's going on, you are in good company. It's okay.
It's okay, and we're gonna figure it out together. We still got time. It's January 13th. I figured, I started my year last year in February. I did not start in January. January, I was still getting myself together. And February is like when I started working out, and, I felt like I was doing something. So yeah, I'm starting my year in February, like after Biden gets into office. We'll start this year because it's been a show.
I love. Okay, so what are some of your favorite planning essentials when you do planning? What are some of your like go-to things that you have to have?
Washi.
Okay, you have a favorite kind of washi?
There is washi. There is mild liners. There are colorful pens. I have to have multiple colors of pens, because why not? A black ink gel pen. I'm loving Villa Beautiful's pens. I also still love my Simply Gilded pens as well, but I'll pick one. A little scissor, and it adhesive roller tape, and let's see. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. I think that's it. A ruler, maybe, depending on what I'm in. So if I have the astrology, then I have a ruler and a Coletto pen that has a pencil and Coletto. Wait.
Is that like one of those pens that have multiple colors?
Yes.
I didn't know what it was called. I would call it the
multi-pen.
I didn't know that was what's it called?
Coletto pen. Coletto.
Did y'all know that that's what the pen was called? A Coletto pen?
Admit that? Y'all saw. Please let her know. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I always carry that with me.
Okay. I love that. And y'all, if you have questions for Merli, go ahead and get them ready, because I can talk to her all day. But if you have questions that you want to ask her, I want to make sure you get your questions in. So definitely put those in the chat.
Please ask, don't be scared.
Don't be scared. She has just given you full permission.
Yeah.
How has your planner style changed throughout the different seasons of your life?
So I used to be like straight up happy planner, after I did the arc and I was in Happy Planner, like I had the same washi, the whole page around the perimeter, and 3 sticker quotes, and it was a formula. And yeah, I was a paint by numbers planner. You know, it was kind of something similar to like, you know, what Erin Condren people with the whole thing is stickers, and I'm just like, oh, it's so boring. And now I'm just like, I go by feeling, and I kind of try to plan it out, but also like I like telling a story with my planner, even though I still have to write down my plans, but I like to make it like an art piece. Like if I had to take this out my book, like, and put it in a frame, like it could work like that too.
Okay, now, okay, wait, you just said okay, so you said you like to make it like a story.
Yeah.
How? Like, this is why I'm just like so drawn. I'm like, she's so creative. Like, what are you thinking through when you're like putting essentially your art piece together?
So like I think a lot with like Villa Beautiful, like the projects I did with them. My last thing that I did was like a motivational letter to myself, and like I wrote words that should define me, even though I didn't feel like it was defining me, but I was like, nah, but this person says I'm this, and this person says I'm that, all good things, not bad things. And then I took all those words and I used it in my letter. Like I wrote the letter, like, you know, Marlee, you're going through it right now, but you're this and you're that. And remember, like, you've gone through far worse. And like, I can take that. Yeah, I don't even know where it is because everything's everywhere right now. But like, I can take that and I could put it in a frame or something and just like remind myself, like, okay, if I get past that point where I was when I wrote that letter, I can look back and say, like, you was going through something, you got past it. And that's like, for me, like I keep journals. I have journals from when I was in 3rd grade. You'd be surprised what 3rd graders are writing and what they're feeling. So if you have children, pay attention to what they write, because they have feelings and their feelings are very real. Because I look back and I can transport myself to that 9-year-old who felt like the world was a dark place because she lost her mom. So yeah, I would say pay attention to your children when they write, and their art is real. But yeah, you know, like when I plan now, I'll take what I'm feeling or what I want to feel, and I look through my stickers and stuff like that, and whatever matches that, and I just try to create a artistic story. Sometimes it's words, and sometimes it's just like the girls, you know, from Indian Ivy, or you know, any other company who has the dolls, Capital Chic and stuff like that, and I just go with it and leave enough space to write. And if there's not enough space to write, I have a planner for that.
I just love that. I just love that. And I think it's so encouraging and just such a cool way to approach planning from that perspective of like looking at like, okay, I'm picking these things based off of what I'm trying, like what I'm wanting to feel and wanting to believe. That's so cool. And I love how you took, I remember, I know, because you did it in Nostology, the letter that you did. And I was just like, this is so, I love this. Like, how many times can I say I love this in one episode of Planning Together?
It's cool. That's what I do in the planner when I go into the stores. I love this. I love this.
Okay, so I'm glad that I am not the only one who didn't know that it was called a Coletto pen. Thank you. I had no idea. Okay, Myra didn't know. A clicky pen, the multi-clicky pen. Yes.
Yeah.
Someone says I use it for color coding at work, saving having to put down different colors pens. Yes.
It's such a, like, I have 2 of them with one that has like the colorful colors and one that has like the standard like red, blue, black, a pencil, and an eraser.
Yes. Okay. I'm just like, what? See, learn something new every single week.
Dang. I found nothing else today. Y'all know what a Coletto pen is.
I know, right? I'm kind of curious who within the planner community, like planners that have just kind of been encouraging you and inspiring you. They can be actual people or like just spreads that have just been like inspiring you.
People who inspire me with spreads. I haven't seen spreads. I've not been that great at. I've not been on Instagram as much as I used to. That's gonna change in February. But definitely like Siobhan, This Well Planned Life, Becky. I don't know. I can't remember her Instagram name, and she's gonna kill me because she's supposed to be my good friend. I love you, Becky. Pasha, like I love what she does and how she shares her story. Aisha, Planet Girls Rock. Dang, there's so many. Oh, and I'm gonna forget folk as I always do. And Mary So Contrary, I love how she plans. Like it's so I love it. Oh my gosh, let me think. Wildly Noted. It's a shop. I love her. I've known her since like my beginnings of the planner community, and like watching her kind of like go from just like a planner to like having this amazing shop with those cards. Oh my God, I love her. OMG. God, there's so many people. Cindy, Queen P, I love her. And oh my God, Lamika. Like I admire so many because like you watch them from one starting point and like how they grow and just it's amazing. So like sometimes I feel like, what am I doing? What am I trying to do here? And I have people who are actual benchmarks. Like, girl, you can do it. Just be consistent and do your thing, and don't worry about what other people might think or might feel. As long as you're being authentic and you're being kind, because if you're not being kind, it's gonna come back to bite you. So yeah.
You just said something that I'm just like, that was just great. You said you need to be consistent, do your thing, be yourself, be authentic, be kind, and just like see where it goes. Like yes. Okay. I have a question for you because you mentioned Wildly Noted. Yes, Myra, those cards are amazing. And I love one. I love one that says it's like, I don't believe in planner peace, but I believe in like my planner bringing me peace, or it's what I'm talking about. I completely just butchered it, but I love her cards. Marta said, you love my planning too.
Yeah, when you used to plan. Marta has like 5 jobs. She is. I want to be what Marta is now in my future. Like she is so responsible and has mad hustles and an amazing man, and she's the ish. I love her.
Yeah. Okay, so I only have like a couple more questions for you before we head on out. But I want to know kind of how are you essentially right now in your everyday life, like planning what matters and being intentional with your time?
I'm failing at that right now. I'll be very honest. I am right now, I am kind of like waking up and on some like, if someone says, let's go and do 50 miles on the streets, I'm like, okay, let's go.
Y'all, she just said 50 miles like it was nothing. Like taking a bike and running, like not running, but biking for 50 miles. She just said it so casually. So casually. And I'm over here like, she said 50 like it was nothing.
I did.
You go. Go ahead.
All right, but what I will say, like what I do now is, I do keep like a one of my planners by my bed. I write down a couple of things that I need to get done in the week, and then, whenever I execute it, whatever is, of course, most important that needs to get done, and then the other things that I want to get done. But if it doesn't get done, it's okay. It's bad. But I guess, that's the season I'm in right now where I have a lot of wiggle room. There'll be a point where that's not going to be a thing, because there was a point where that wasn't a thing and I had to write everything down and everything had to get done. But yeah, right now I'm just kind of, I don't want to say living, was it, they call it living, I don't know, flying by the seat of your pants or something like that.
Oh, flying by the seat of your pants.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. But, still trying to keep in mind that I have goals, and the goals that I have, if I don't actually execute them, they won't get done. So I still write them down. I think this will be the planner for that then.
See, we came up with a really cute
yeah, this is going to be the get it done planner. Like these things have to get done, and they have goals attached to them. So
yes. Okay, y'all, I want to know what has been your biggest takeaway from tonight. And while you let us know, Merli, I want to know for our final question, and normally it's the same, but for you, I want to know, how do you keep your joy in the midst of just hardship? Like, that's something that I've just been noticing even throughout our conversation, is that in the midst of your story and hard times, there's this sense of joy that you still have. And I just want to know, how do you keep that joy?
So through a couple of things. One, sometimes I just have to look literally around, like at my physical surroundings, and say, you have a place to live that you can actually afford, that God provided this person who said, you know what, I'd like to leave something for you. That's the biggest thing. Like, I live in a place that I own, and I don't know when I would have been able to do that by myself, but it was always a thing I wanted. So that's one. When I'm feeling the worst, I'm like, so seriously, Marlee, you just look at where you live. The second thing that keeps my joy, I just think about when things were really bad, and I look at now and I'm like, I'm not where I was. So stop trying to walk back there, because we walk ourselves back to where it feels like crap, and we feel like nothing, and nothing's working, and nothing's going to work in the future. Like, we literally, it's not a run. Like, you literally, it's just like you roll back. So I do that. I look back and I say, you know what, you're nowhere near where you were. Like, I wrote a suicide letter. Like, you don't get worse than that. And so if I feel really horrible, like, I go back and read that and I'm like, I'm not there. So let's think about where you are now and let's do something for you to make you feel better. That might be takeout. That might be like, last week I felt, I wasn't feeling great. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to like get on my bike and I'm going to ride until I feel better. And I did. And, like, God keeps giving us things, to keep us going when it's possible that it can get, worse. God just happened to say, you know what? Put her on a bike. Let her ride. She can't drive. Let her ride.
I love it.
So yeah, you just got to keep reminding yourself. And the great thing about like a planner, sometimes I flip through and I'm like, you know what? There was a point I was busy. There's a reason why it's quiet now. In the season, I need to figure out what it is I'm going to do for the next 5 to 10 years of my life. And you can't do that if you're busy, right? So that's how I have to look at it.
Wait, rewind. You can't do what if you're busy? Say it again for us.
You can't plan, or you can't like execute or try to figure out what you're going to do for the next season of your life if you're too busy to listen, to think about it. Like it's real. You can't do it. You could do it, but you gotta just, you know, sit down and really think about. And that's what I'm doing, you know, when I'm not just like getting on my bike and going somewhere or trying to figure out this I won't call it monstrosity, but the monstrosity that I have in my closet that I'm trying to transfer into this box right now. But yeah.
I just love that. Oh my goodness. Okay, I want you to hear some of the takeaways that people got from you tonight.
Okay.
Claudia says it's okay to be in survival mode, and it's okay to be getting out of it. Healing takes time.
Yeah.
Norma said, be true to yourself.
Always.
Myra said, woo, a whole word. Just what you said was a whole word, and I agree. Becky said, imagine you live 7 years without Becky in your bike squad.
Oh.
Planning It Simple says, yes, dwelling on the past is just wasted energy because you can't change what happened. You can only change how you show up today.
Ooh, I need that one. I'm gonna take
it. Love it. Becky says, Cece says, hi.
Hi, Cece.
Hi. And then my mom says, it's so weird. I can never call my mom her first name. She says, you can show life through anything. And 2, stop underestimating yourself. You have overcome a lot. You are a motivator.
Thank you. And yeah, I do underestimate myself all the time. So
I do. Let's be real. I do too. And that is something that I'm trying to figure out. Like, what does it look like for me to be my own cheerleader? Like, to be like, no, this is what I'm doing, and being proud of that and not being ashamed to share that. You know, like so many times we just feel like we can share what other people are doing, but why can't we share what we're doing and our gifts? And in a way, feeling like if we're promoting and sharing ourselves, that a way we're prideful, or we're more like, you know, like, and that's something I'm learning and working through. And it's just nice to have conversations.
Yeah. I thought today, I was like, you know what? Sometimes we're way too humble. we gotta manage the humbleness. That's what it is. Yeah, be humble, but greatness, and be able to share it with other people.
Yeah, you can be humble and be great at the same time.
Facts.
Yeah. I want to know, where can everyone keep up with you and follow you on Instagram?
I am Papier Bell, so PAPIER.BELLE. I thought about changing the name, but everyone says no, so that's what I'm.
I love it. How did you come up with it? How did you pick this name?
So Papier Bell is French. It means beautiful paper, and yeah, that's how I came up with the name.
Well, I love it. I love I was like, it's so fancy. I love it. Listen, I love it. Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for sharing your story and your heart with us, and just encouraging us all tonight. And thank you. You are a gift, and I just really appreciate you so much. Okay, you guys, I will see y'all next week, the same time. Keep planning, but I would love for you to just, in your wonderful way that you say hello to your people, that you can just say goodbye to us, because I can never say it like you say it.
Okay. So, friends, remember, be bold, be beautiful, and be blessed. Love you, friends. Bye.